Welcome to the Coin Hunter. Tonight, we're uncovering a coin most people ignore. The 2015 Jefferson Nickel. But what if I told you this nickel, right now, could be worth over $10,000? Sounds insane, right? But it's 100% true. And I'm going to prove it with real auction results. Imagine this late night, rolling coins at your kitchen table. You're bored. It feels pointless. Then one coin hits the light just right. Shimmering surfaces, sharp detail. You flip it under magnification. And suddenly you realize it's a flawless strike. A coin graded M68 with full steps. That exact coin, authenticated by PCGs, sold for over $11,000 at Heritage auctions. That's not a myth. That's not hype. That's fact. A 5-cent coin worth more than your used car. And here's the wild part. You could be holding one without knowing it. So let's break it down. First, the basics. 2015 D means Denver Mint, struck in Colorado. Mint age? 662 million. Yes, over 500 million nickels, but only a handful are flawless. That's the key. Condition. Most coins get bag marks. They clash with other coins in giant bins. They get scratches from machines. They wear down the second they hit circulation. That's why high grades are so rare. PCG's population reports confirm it. Only a few coins reached Miss 67 with full steps. Even fewer broke into Miss 68. And those, my friends, are unicorns. Unicorns worth thousands. Let me give you examples. In 2021, Heritage Auctions sold a 2015 D MS68 F's nickel for $11,750. GreatCollections sold an ME67 6F's 6F's example for $5,250. Stax Bowers hammered another at just over $7,000. All modern nickels, all insane prices. Why so high? Registry set competition. Collectors want the best of the best. To be #1, they need the highest grade. And when only one or two coins exist, bidding wars explode. That's how a nickel becomes a 5-figure treasure. But wait. Condition isn't the only factor. Errors push values up too. Off-center strikes, double days, and wrong planchets exist for 2015 D. A dramatic 50% off-center sold for nearly $2,000. A doubled Monticello inscription pulled $1,200 on eBay. Improperly annealed planchets create wild coppery tones. Those have hit $1,500 at auction. Proof-like surfaces add even more value. A PL designation from NGC or PCGs can multiply price. Now, let's talk full steps. Monticello steps on the reverse are the holy grail. Count them. 5 or 6, no breaks. If they're perfect, the coin earns the full steps designation. That label adds thousands in value instantly. A nickel with average steps, worth 5 cents. A nickel with full steps, worth thousands. That's the power of detail. Here's a story from the community. A viewer emailed me last year. They pulled rolls of nickels from a small town bank. Just killing time, searching casually. They spotted a blazing 2015 D. Sent it to NEC. It came back Miss 67 5S. That coin sold at GreatCollections for $4,500. Straight from a bankroll to a $4,000 payday. That's the reality of coin hunting. Ordinary people making extraordinary finds. And here's the kicker. You could too, if you know what to look for. Start with luster. Game quality coins shine differently. No dull patches. No heavy bag marks. Surfaces should look glassy and untouched. Then check Monticello steps. Use 10x magnification. Look for clean, sharp separations. No flattening. No breaks. If it passes, you might have a winner. But don't trust your eyes alone. Professional authentication is non-negotiable. PCGs, NJC, or NXCs. Only they can verify grade. Only they can assign full steps designation. And only slab coins bring top dollar. Now, critical warning time. If you find one, never clean it. Cleaning destroys surfaces. Buyers reject clean coins instantly. Value plummets from thousands to cents. Handle coins carefully, by the edges only. Another mistake hunters make? Ignoring auction data. You need to track real prices. Heritage, Stacks Bowers, GreatCollections. Watch their results. Market trends shift. Some years spike, others dip. But demand for full steps nickels stays strong. Let's pause for an attention anchor. If you're not checking Monticello steps, you're literally throwing away money. Another anchor. Every roll you ignore could hide a 5-figure coin. Think about that next time you walk past the bank. So what's your action plan? Step 1. Get rolls from the bank. Step 2. Use magnification. Step 3. Check luster, steps, and strike. Step 4. Compare with PCG's photograde. Step 5. Send candidates for grading. Step 6. Track auction houses. Step 7. Join the community. Because coin hunting is better together. This is about more than nickels. It's about building professional skills. You'll master grading. You'll understand population reports. You'll track market trends like a pro. And you'll join a global family of hunters chasing treasures. Let's revisit the numbers. Circulated 2015 D nickel, worth 5 cents. Missed 66 full steps, around $1,500. Missed 67 full steps, around $4,000, $6,000. Missed 68 full steps, $10,000, $12,000. Dramatic off-center errors, $1,500, $2,500. Double dice, $1,000, $1,200. Proof-like examples, several thousand. These are not guesses. These are real sales, real money, real opportunities. And here's your empowerment statement. By hunting these coins, you're not wasting time. You're developing expert-level skills. Skills collectors spend decades mastering what they teach. Skills that pay off in knowledge and money. And let's bring it home. The 2015 D Jefferson Nickel is not just pocket change. It's a sleeper treasure. It's a modern miracle of value. It's a lesson in why condition matters. And it's proof that coin hunting today is more exciting than ever. Because the next $10,000 nickel could be sitting in your pocket right now. So, what will you do? Spend it on a candy bar? Or check it, authenticate it, and cash in for thousands? The choice is yours, but the hunt, that's ours. And together, we're not missing a single treasure. Value recap time. Circulated, 5 cents. Missed 66 FS, $1,500. Missed 67 FS, $4,000, $6,000. Missed 68 FS, $10,000, $12,000. Errors, $1,000, $2,500. Proof like $3,000. Even more. Registry battle premiums, unlimited. That's the full picture. That's the 2015 D nickel. From pocket change to powerhouse. From overlooked to over $10,000. And it's why we hunt. Because treasure is still out there. And you can find it. Those stay sharp, coin hunters. The next jackpot could be in your hands. And don't even think of leaving. Because next we're diving into the 2014 D Jefferson Nickel. And trust me, that story is even crazier. Next, the 2014 D Jefferson Nickel. And here's the chilling reality. You might already have one worth thousands. But if you overlook one tiny detail, you could spend it for 5 cents. And that mistake has cost collectors fortunes. People have literally tossed away nickels that auction houses later sold for $10,000. Why? Because they didn't know the hidden secret. Let me set the stage. The Denver Mint produced 451 million nickels in 2014. That's a flood of coins. Millions clinking in bags, scraping against each other. Most come out banged up, average quality. But buried in that ocean are rare, pristine survivors. Coins so sharp they make experts gasp. Here's the hidden mystery. A microscopic difference separates a $0.05 coin from a $15,000 coin. That difference? Full steps. Those lines on Monticello's base. If they're crisp, unbroken, perfectly struck, your coin could be a jackpot. If they're mushy or flat, sorry, you just passed over a fortune. Collectors call it FCs. Full steps. And it's the most critical factor for Jefferson Nickels. In 2014, PCG certified fewer than 20 coins in M67 with full step. Fewer than 5 made MS68FF. That's why values spike so high. Let me share a real auction bombshell. Heritage Auctions 2019. A 2014 D Jefferson Nickel, graded M68 6Fs by PCGs. It hammered for $11,162. GreatCollections 2020. Same year, same mint mark, 67 Fs. It brought in $4,750. Stax Bowers has confirmed similar results. That's modern change, worth thousands. But here's the mistake so many hunters make. They glance at the coin, see it's shiny, and toss it aside. They don't check the steps carefully. They don't examine strike quality. And because of that, they walk past treasure. Don't let that be you. Now, the historical mystery. Why are full steps so rare? The answer lies in the minting process. These strike planchettes with massive force. But Monticello steps are the highest, most delicate detail. Any weakness or wear blurs them instantly. Out of millions of coins, only a few come out perfect. And those few become legends. Visual clues are your weapon. Start with luster. Does the coin sparkle across the surface? Next, the steps. 5 or 6 perfectly separated lines, no breaks. Then the fields. Clean, glassy, no marks. If all 3 check out, you might be staring at a $10,000 coin. Here's a mystery twist. Some 2014 D nickels escaped with strange mint errors. I've seen off-center strikes by 15%. I've seen misaligned dies causing doubled rims. I've even seen clashed dies leaving ghostly impressions. A dramatic off-center error brought $1,850 at Heritage. A die clash example sold for nearly $900. These aren't common, but they're out there. And here's something most people don't know. Improperly annealed planchets show wild golden and copper tones. NGC certified 1, and it sold for $1,500. Looks like a mistake, but it's real money. Let me drop a community success story. A teenager from Texas started coin roll hunting during lockdown. They pulled a 2014 D that looked flawless. Sent it to PCGs. It came back with 67 5Fs. That one coin sold for $4,200. And here's the best part. They reinvested in more rolls, and they found another high-grade Jefferson Nickel. 2 jackpots from simple bank rolls. Proof the treasure hunt is alive. Time for a knowledge anchor. If you don't flip every nickel to check Monticello, you're missing opportunities. Another anchor, condition is king. A tiny scratch drops value by thousands. That's why coin handling matters. Always hold by the edges. Never rub, never clean. Now, let's talk value revelation. Circulated 2014 D, still 5 cents. Miss 66 full steps, around $1,200, $1,500. Miss 67 Fs, $4,000, $5,000. M68 Fs, $10,000, $12,000, sometimes higher. Errors like off-centers, $800, $2,000. Annealed planchets, around $1,500. Proof-like examples, $3,000. Authentication details next. You must use PCGs, NGC, or NACX. They verify grade. They certify full steps. Without that slab, buyers won't pay top dollar. Slabbing is the bridge between discovery and payday. How to verify? Use magnification, 10x minimum. Study PCGs, Photograde.buy. Compare stripe details. Check auction archives for matching quality. If yours compares, submit it. Don't wait. Top coins gain value as registry demand grows. Market analysis time. Jefferson Nickels have a dedicated following. Prices climb when registry sets update. Collectors constantly chase upgrades. 2014D is relatively modern, but scarcity in high grade fuels prices. Expect long-term stability for FS coins, especially MIS 67 and M68. Another warning, don't confuse minor step detail with full steps. A coin must show all steps cleanly. Weak stripes don't qualify. PCGs and Inchi are strict. Only perfection passes. Let's pause for empowerment. Every role you search builds your skills. You're learning to see what others miss. You're training your eye like a professional. And that expertise puts you in a rare group of hunters. Few people know this level of detail, but you will. Here's a money-saving insight. Don't rush to sell. Wait for registry collectors who need your grade. That's when bidding wars start. That's when premiums explode. Let's recap values again. Circulated. 5 cents. MIS 66 FS $1,200, $1,500. Guy, MIS 67 FS $4,000, $5,000. MIS 68 FS $10,000, $12,000. Dollar errors $800, $2,000. PL surfaces $3,000. These aren't dreams. They're confirmed sales. Another success anchor. One coin can change everything. Roll hunting isn't luck. It's persistence. Every box you search is a lottery ticket. But unlike a lottery, your odds get better with skill. Time for next steps. Step 1. Source rolls from your bank. Step 2. Set up good lighting and magnification. Step 3. Inspect Monticello. Step 4. Track auction houses. Step 5. Authenticate with PCGs or NGC. Step 6. List through Heritage or GreatCollections when ready. Remember, coin hunting is community-driven. Share finds. Learn from others. Celebrate every discovery. Because this isn't just about money. It's about building knowledge and passion. And here's the anticipation anchor. If you think the 2014D story is wild, just wait until you see the 2006D Jefferson Nickel. That one has secrets that even seasoned collectors miss. Let's close the loop. The 2014D nickel is common in numbers, but rare in perfection. It hides in plain sight, and only trained eyes unlock its value. That's why you matter. Your skills, your persistence, your attention to detail. That's what separates hunters from spenders. So don't make the mistake of overlooking this coin, because the next one you dismiss could have been your $10,000 payday. That's the mystery revealed. That's the lesson learned. And that's why the hunt never stops. Stay sharp, because up next, we're pulling apart the secrets of the 2006D Jefferson Nickel. Next, the 2006D Jefferson Nickel. And here's the shocker. This nickel looks so plain, so ordinary. Most people wouldn't think twice about spending it. But in the right condition, this average coin can smash into the 5-figure range. Imagine a 5-cent coin paying for a used car. Imagine pocket change worth more than your monthly rent. That's the reality of the 2006D Jefferson Nickel. Let's hit you with a hard fact. Heritage Auctions once sold a 2006D nickel graded M67 full steps for nearly $5,000. GreatCollections pushed another in M68 territory toward $10,000. That's not myth. That's documented reality. And it's why collectors go wild for this date. The contrast here is shocking. In circulation, this coin is worth a nickel. In top-grade PCG slab, it's worth thousands. 5 cents versus $5,000. That's the dramatic gap we're talking about tonight. So why is the 2006D so special? Let's break it down. First, Mintage. The Denver Mint pumped out 809 million nickels that year. Mountains of them, everywhere in circulation. But here's the twist. Finding one in pristine, genuine condition is almost impossible. Think about it. Millions of coins tossed into bags, slammed in machines, circulated endlessly. Every hit leaves a scratch. Every scratch kills value. That's why most coins grade Miss 64 or lower. Miss 65 is tough. Miss 66 with full steps is rare. Miss 67 FS, almost mythical. Miss 68 F's, a unicorn. And unicorns bring serious money. PZ's population reports confirm fewer than 10 examples in MS68 FS. Those are registry set trophies. And when collectors fight for trophies, the bidding wars explode. Let's pause for an attention anchor. Don't be fooled by how boring this coin looks. Average on the outside, extraordinary on the inside. That's the secret to the 2006D. Now, let's dive into identification. Step 1. Check Monticello. The steps on the reverse are your moneymaker. You need 5 or 6 perfectly struck steps. No breaks, no blurring, no weakness. That earns the full steps designation. Without it, value drops dramatically. Step 2. Examine surfaces. You need blast luster. Clean, unmarked fields. No scratches, no bag marks. Sharp strike across Jefferson's face. If you've got all of that, you're in premium territory. Step 3. Authentication. Only PCGs, NJC, or NHC can verify grade. Without a slab, you'll never get top dollar. With a slab, buyers line up. Now let's talk about market trends. Jefferson Nickels from the 2000s are exploding in registry competition. Collectors want modern perfection, and perfection is rare. That's why Miss 67 and Miss 68 full steps bring huge premiums. We are seeing this across multiple years, but 2006D is especially tough in high grade. Auction house data proves it. Heritage, Stacks, Bowers, GreatCollections, all confirming 5-figure results. In 2017, a PCG's NSX hammered for $14,900. In 2020, another hit $11,500. Just last year, a GreatCollections listing for M67Fs closed over $4,800. These are modern coins, yet they command vintage-level money. Let's not forget errors. The 2006D has wild ones. Off-center strikes have sold for $1,200. Dating CB. $1,200. Double Ds bring $800, $1,500, depending on clarity. Wrong planchets? Huge. Oh, a nickel struck on a cent planchet sold for $3,250. That's mistake money worth celebrating. And here's a real-life discovery. A roll hunter in Arizona found a 2006D with blazing luster. Potari. They hesitated. Thought it was too modern to be valuable, but they submitted it to NGC anyway. It graded Miss 67 6Fs. That coin sold at auction for $5,250. From a bankroll to $5,000. Proof you can't dismiss modern nickels. And here's another anchor. If you're skipping modern coins, you're skipping thousands in potential. Registry collectors don't care about age. They care about perfection. And modern perfection is rare. Let's hit you with numbers. Circulated 2006D, still 5 cents. MS65S, around $500, $800. Miss 66FS, $1,200, $2,000. Miss 67Fs, $4,000, $6,000. Miss 68Fs, $10,000, $15,000. Major off-center error, $1,200, $1,800. Double die, $800, $1,500. Wrong planchet, $3,000. These values aren't speculation. They're confirmed by real auction records. They're achievable, and they're waiting to be found. Let's talk strategies. Bank rolls are your best bet. Uncirculated boxes straight from the bank give you the highest chance. Coin shows sometimes have overlooked gems, and online lots can hide treasures, but only if you know what to look for. Here's the empowerment statement. By mastering the 2006D, you're proving that knowledge beats luck. You're not just rolling dice, you're making educated hunts, and that's how you find real value. Another warning, never clean these coins. Cleaning ruins surfaces instantly. What looks shiny to you looks destroyed to graders. Always handle with care, edges only. Authentication, recap. Use PCGs for top premiums. NGC is also excellent. NH for a budget-friendly option. But remember, slabbed coins sell. Raw coins rarely bring big money. Market outlook? Jefferson Nickels are underrated right now. Prices are rising steadily. Registry set demand won't slow down. And Miss 68F's coins will only get hard to find. The earlier you hunt, the better your odds. Let's anchor this again. Every 2006D nickel you ignore could be a $10,000 miss. Every roll left unsearched could be hiding a unicorn. Every coin dismissed as too new could be your payday. Let's recap values again. Miss 65, F5, $800, $800. Mem 66, F's, $12,000, $2,000. Miss 67, FS, $4,000, $6,000. Miss 68 F's, $10,000, $15,000. Errors, $800, $350, depending on type. These are not rare flukes. These are consistent results, and you can find them. Oh, what's the next step? Get rolls. Check Monticello's steps. Study luster and strike. Submit your best coins. Track auction results. Oil. And never assume modern means worthless. Because here's the truth. The most ordinary looking nickel in your pocket might secretly be a 5-figure rarity. And unless you check carefully, you'll never know. That's the contrast shock. Common to extraordinary. Nickel to thousands. Everyday to unbelievable. That's the 2006D story. A lesson in why we look closer. A warning to never dismiss a coin. And a reminder that treasure hides in plain sight. So, stay sharp. Keep hunting. Miss 66. F's $12,000, $1,200, $2,000. Miss 67. FS. $4,000, $6,000. Miss 68 FS, $10,000, $15,000. Errors, $800, $3,250. That's the 2006D nickel, a plain face hiding a powerful secret, and proof that coin hunting is never boring. Because up next, the 2001P Jefferson Nickel. And the story behind that one will make your jaw drop. Next, the 2001P Jefferson Nickel. And let me warn you right now, this is the coin most collectors regret overlooking.